Hello, good evening, Kak.
Hello, good evening, Kak Aurel.
How are you today?
I am good, thank you. And how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So, today let's see our lesson plan first. Here is the lesson plan, and today, 16th of April, we are going to talk about grammar usage for simple present. Last time, we talked about daily routine, something that you do frequently or your habit. And now we want to see the sentence formula. Nah, hari ini kita akan lihat untuk rumus kalimatnya seperti apa. Nah, untuk rumus kalimatnya ini akan membantu Kakak ketika menyusun sebuah jawaban kepada pertanyaan orang lain. If you want to answer people's question, and usually people will only answer with a short one. Like for example, what is your favorite food? And you will say meatballs. That's it. But yeah, it's correct, but grammatically incorrect. How you should say my favorite food is meatball, something like that. So that's the complete sentence. And we want you to answer like that in the basic English class. Okay, so here is the lesson about simple present tense. Apakah PPT saya sudah muncul, Kak?
Sudah.
Okay, so let's start with saying our slogan together, English Fit.
No more theories, let's practice.
Okay, thank you so much. Today, we are going to talk about the function of simple present tense, final S, ES, and IES, forms of simple present tense, and exercises. Sebelumnya kita belum belajar tentang ini kan ya, Kak?
Belum.
Oke, aman. Let's see what is the function of simple present tense. Ini tipu sedikit, harusnya ini simple present tense. Please help me to read number 1 with the example.
The simple present expresses daily habits or usual activities. For example, I take a shower every day. She usually reads the newspaper in the morning.
Okay, both of them showing your daily routine, something that you do frequently or even every day. So, simple present tense is used to say daily habits untuk kegiatan sehari-hari. Lalu yang kedua, please read this and example.
The simple present expresses general statement or fact. For example, the sun rises from the east and the birds fly.
Okay, both of them is general statement. Apa itu general statement? Pernyataan umum alias fakta umum. Ya, semua orang juga tahu seperti itu. For example, you can also say about the capital city. What is the capital city of Indonesia?
The capital city of Indonesia is Jakarta.
Yeah, that's correct. That's the full sentence. So that's also a simple present tense because it is a general fact. And usually for general fact, wait for a moment. Oh, usually for the general fact, it only contain one truth. Biasanya hanya memuat satu kebenaran. Alias tidak ada kebenaran yang lain. Kayak misalkan tadi ibu kota Indonesia adalah Jakarta. Ya sudah, kebenarannya hanya satu. Dia tidak ada ibu kota yang lainnya. Nah, itu simple present tense. And then, in summary, the simple present tense is used for events or situations that exist always, usually or habitually, and happens in the present. Simple present digunakan untuk kegiatan atau situasi yang muncul selalu, biasanya, atau secara kebiasaan, dan munculnya di masa sekarang. Di masa sekarang. You have to remember about this. So, let me ask you a question. If you want to share a story with me about your childhood routine, can you use simple present tense?
For
Childhood
routine,
routine. childhood routine. Something that you do when you were a child, when you were 5 years old.
Yeah, that's cannot use the simple present tense because the actual was happened in the previous years ago.
Okay, good job. Because it is happened in the past. Masa lalu itu
Yeah.
past. Nah, kalau simple present tense cuma bisa yang terjadinya di masa sekarang. Or that means something that you still do until right now. That's simple present tense. Now we want to see the affix, apa itu? Penambahan s, es, atau ies. Kenapa kita harus belajar itu? Karena simple present tense itu keunikannya ada pada verb-nya. What is verb again? Verb artinya?
Kata kerja.
Ya, betul, kata kerja. Keunikannya ada pada kata kerjanya. Kata kerjanya itu ada yang ditambahin ses atau ies. Nah, siapa yang ditambahin? Kita lihat poin nomor 1 dan nomor 2. Please read number 1 and the example.
Add s for the simple present verb if the subject is a singular noun. For example, Jenny, a singular noun, walks around the house. The second, my father catch a snake. And the last example is a bird flies outside my window.
Okay, good. So if you notice from the verb, it is added with s, es, or ies. Kalau dilihat di verbnya, ini kan verb aslinya kan walk, tapi karena ditambah s jadinya walks. Catch, jadi catches. Fly menjadi flies. Nah, itu dilakukan karena the subject is a singular noun atau kata benda tunggal. Jika kata bendanya, jika kata subjeknya adalah kata benda tunggal, maka verbnya ditambahi SIS atau IES. Jenny, satu orang. My father, satu orang. A bird, seekor burung. Berarti satu hewan. Nah, itu adalah singular noun. Lalu yang kedua,
Add s for the simple present verb if the subject he, she, it. For example, he reads a book every day and she watch a movie every night.
okay, good. Syarat yang kedua yang bisa kita gunakan untuk menambahkan S adalah he, she, it. So, in conclusion, if the subject is he, she, it, or singular noun, you have to put s, es, or ies to the verb. That's it. That's the important rule of simple present tense. No matter what is the verb, as long as you see he, she, it, or singular noun, you should put s, es, or ies. Like that. Now, let's see how to use s, es, or ies. Like, how to determine which one to use. Bagaimana cara menentukan yang mana yang digunakan. Kan ada 3 pilihannya, ada s, es, atau ies. Please help me to read number 1.
Final s is added to most verbs and verbs end in e. For example, visits, speaks, wants, rides, writes, gives, etc. etc.
Okay, good. Akhiran S ditambahkan kepada kebanyakan kata kerja. Hampir semua kata kerja itu ditambahinnya pakai S. Atau kata kerja yang berakhiran dengan E. Nah, itu selalu cuman ditambahin huruf S. Satu aja di belakang. Selesai. Sekarang, poin nomor 2. Final ES is added to verbs that end in CH, SH, SX, and Z. Semua yang akhirannya suaranya S, yang nanggung, yang nggak jelas, itu selalu ditambahin ES. Help me to read the example.
For example, catches, washes, misses, fixes, buzzes.
Okay, that's right. That's great. Nah, kenapa kok ditambahinnya ES, bukan S? Karena yang pertama, suaranya nanggung, sehingga Kalau misalkan cuma ditambahin S, dia itu nggak kebaca, nggak kedengeran apakah dia berubah bentuk atau tetap sama. Contohnya kayak gini, wash. Kalau misal di belakang saya tambahin S doang, dia tetap bacanya wash.
Wash.
Iya, nggak ada berubah bunyi. Itulah kenapa ditambahin ES. Jadi ketika sebuah suara itu bunyinya belakangnya, maka ditambahinya dengan ES. Supaya ketika dibentuk simple present tense, dia kedengeran bahwa ditambahin ES. Fix. Nah, bus kan belakangnya maka ditambahinya S. Buses, like that. And then number 3, please read it for me.
Final IS is added to verbs that end in Y. For example, fly to flies, cry to be cries, try to be tries. Exception, there is a vowel before Y. For example, play to be plays, pay to be pays.
Oke, good. Akhiran IES ditambahkan ketika berakhir di huruf Y. Semua yang belakangnya itu fly. Misal nih, fly, kalau kita tambahin S doang, itu kan tetap bacanya jadi flies.
Yes, yeah.
Tapi bentuk Y-nya aja yang diubah menjadi IE. Gitu. Cry. Kalau ditambah S kan juga tetap cries. Try, tetap tries. Cuman tulisannya aja yang diubah. Gitu. Kecuali ada vowel, huruf hidup di belakang huruf Y. A, I, U, E, U. For example, play. There is A before Y, so you should put S instead of IES. Play. Kenapa nggak IES? Karena itu jadi extend the sound. It is ineffective. If you put IES, it will become plays. So it's not ineffective. We should keep the word short. Pays. No, it's not correct. So you should say S instead of IES, like that. Okay, before we jump into the sentences formula, is there anything that you want to ask about the use of SES and IES?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay, good. And now let's continue with verbal sentences formula. Do you still remember what is what is the thing that make a sentence to be a verbal sentences? The rule of verbal sentence.
The rule of verbal sentences is if the sentence have the predicate as a verb, they have verb as predicate.
Okay, yeah, kembali yang tadi. They have verb as predicate. That's it. So, notice here, all of the structure contains verb. Contains verb. Verb 1. What is verb 1? Verb 1 is the bare form. B-A-R-E means the basic form. Like walk. Walk is the basic form. And then you can create walks, walking, walk, like that. Jadi bisa ditambahin macam-macam. Tapi yang bentuk dasarnya adalah si walk, like that. For the positive sentence, you can say subject plus verb 1 with S or ES. Remember that SES is only useful for subject what? Apa saja subjek yang pakai SES?
He, she, it, and regular noun. Singular noun. Sorry,
Yeah,
singular. Yes.
noun. Okay, so if I want to say dia makan es krim setiap Senin, how do you translate it into English?
He eats ice cream every Monday.
Good job. Now, please transform it into negative sentence. For negative, before you translate it into the negative sentence, I will explain about the structure first. The structure is a little bit different with positive. Why? Because here we use do or does. The addition of SES is only for the positive sentence. Remember about that. the addition of SES is only for positive sentence. While for negative and question, we use do or does. Rumus ini berlaku untuk almost every tenses. Biasanya yang berubah-ubah bentuk verbnya itu cuma positive sentence. Negatif, yes or no sama WH itu pasti pakai do atau bentuk lain dari do. Misalkan kalau di simple present tense karena ada penambahan SES jadinya do atau does. Kalau di simple past tense nanti jadinya did. Kalau di simple lainnya nanti do-nya berubah jadi bentuk apa lagi? Done misalkan. Gitu. Jadi perlu diingat bahwa yang ditambahi SES secara langsung ke verbnya adalah positif. Nah, kalau negatif, rumusnya subject plus do or does plus not plus verb 1. Do or does, how to determine is simple. If the subject is he, she, it, or singular noun, the structure is the same. You have to put SES. So choose does. But if the subject is I, you, we, they, or plural noun, kata benda jamak, choose do. And then followed by not. Sometimes people abbreviate menyingkat menjadi do not jadi don't. Does not jadi doesn't, like that. And then followed by the verb. But pay attention right here. The verb is not added by SES anymore. Verbnya nggak ada tambahan SES-nya. Loh, kenapa kayak gitu, Kak? Karena SES-nya sudah ditempelin di sini. Jadi nggak boleh ada dua yang ketambahan SES. Satu aja. Yaitu di bagian depan. Lalu mungkin bertanya, kenapa kok does itu nggak boleh ditaruh di positif? Jawabannya bukan nggak boleh, tapi konteksnya beda. Contoh paling gampang adalah I listen. I listen, karena pakai I jadi nggak pakai SES ya. I listen. Kenapa nggak I do listen? Artinya beda. Kalau bilang I listen, itu cuman saya mendengarkan. Tapi kalau I do listen, itu lebih ke penekanan. Saya dengerin loh, gitu. Jadi kayak nada bicaranya udah beda. Maka kalau untuk konteks yang reguler, do atau does cuma dipakai di negatif sama question. Kalau yang di positifnya tetap pakai verb aja. Sekarang kita balik ke contoh yang tadi. Dia makan es krim setiap hari Senin. Please transform it into the negative sentence.
Negative. She does not eat ice cream every Monday.
Yes, that's it. Good job. Now, yes or no question. For yes or no question, the rule is also universal. Subject is always in the middle. Yes or no question itu yang pertanyaan-pertanyaannya diawali dengan kata apakah. Dan jawabannya cuma bisa dua, yes atau no. Lalu biasanya struktur dari jawabannya itu cuma mengikuti pertanyaan. Jadi kalau misalkan ditanya, do you like ice cream? Lalu jawabannya cuma yes I do atau no I do not. Ini kayaknya pernah saya bahas kemarin.
Iya, kemarin.
Nah, itu sama untuk semua tenses kayak gitu. Untuk pemilihan do atau does tetap mengikuti rumus yang sama, tinggal subjeknya ditaruh di tengah sekarang. Please help me to transform the sentence that I gave you to yes or no question form.
Refer to ice cream?
Ya, yes. Dia makan es krim setiap hari Senin. Masih tetap kalimatnya sama.
Okay. She does not eat ice cream every Monday.
Nah, itu negatif, Kak. Sekarang yang yes or no.
Oh, yes or no. Does she eat ice cream every Monday?
Yep, correct. Sekarang yang terakhir. WH question. What is WH? Do you know what is WH?
What, why, and the last is how. What, why,
Okay.
when.
Yeah, that's one. What, when, why, where, who, how.
When, where, who.
What is asking for a noun? Pertanyaan what itu selalu dijawab dengan sebuah kata benda. Pertanyaan when selalu dijawab dengan
Time.
time. Kalau why, reason, alasan.
Reason.
Karena pertanyaannya mengapa. Because, bla bla bla. Kalau where,
Place.
place. Kalau who,
People.
ya people.
People.
Itu noun. Kalau
Noun.
how
Okay.
itu method, cara. Ini adalah WH. Maka, jika kita melihat struktur yang tadi, she eats ice cream every Monday. Kalimatnya seperti ini. Ada beberapa informasi yang bisa kita dapatkan dari kalimat ini, yaitu she, ice cream, dan every Monday. Ice cream ini adalah sebuah noun. Jadi kita bisa menggunakan pertanyaan what. Every Monday ini termasuk yang mana, Kak?
Every Monday. When?
Ya, when. Kita bisa pakai pertanyaan when. Jadi, dari kalimat positif ini, we can transform it into two questions. But remember, if you want to ask about it, remove it from the question. Let me give you one example with what. And then later, please use when. For example, WH question. What does she eat every Monday? And what is the answer?
She eats ice cream every Monday. She eats ice cream every Monday.
Yes, that's it. Or you can say she eats ice cream, that's it. It's okay. Yang penting kan jawaban ininya. Nah, kata es krimnya dihilangkan dari pertanyaannya. Karena itulah jawabannya gitu. Now, please help me to ask about the time from this sentence.
When does she eat ice cream?
Yes, that's it. And what is the answer?
She eats ice cream every Monday.
Ya, betul. Kalau yang ini harus ditambahin ya. Soalnya kalau nggak ditambahin objeknya, she eats every Monday. Dia makan setiap Senin. Dia makan apa? Nggak tahu.
Yeah.
Gitu. Oke, itu untuk penjelasan verbal sentence. Now let's take a look at the example.
One question.
Ya, silahkan Kak.
For the note, from the note.
Oh, yang ini?
Sorry, Microsoft Word ya.
Hah?
Contoh
Because
tadi
of...
yang notes tadi.
Oh, yang notes. Sorry.
Oh, ya.
Yang ini. Silahkan.
Nah, ya. Teks ya. Ini pertanyaan yang dua kalimat terakhir. Si it tidak menggunakan s karena dia bukan kata positif ya.
Ya.
Oke.
Verbnya
Karena dia
karena dia bukan
pertanyaan.
kata positif.
Oke.
Betul. Lalu di bagian depannya sudah ada does.
Yes,
S-nya sudah
ya.
ditaruh depan, jadi nggak perlu ditambah di sini.
Oke. Terima kasih.
Okay. Can we continue to the example?
Yes, we can continue.
Now, please read the example from positive to WH question, from positive to WH question.
Okay, I eat dinner every night. I don't eat dinner every night. And yes or no question, do you eat dinner every night? Why do you eat dinner every night? She drinks water every day. She doesn't drink water every day. Doesn't she drink water every day?
No, again, please.
Oh, sorry. Does she drink water every day? What does she drink every day?
Oke. Nah, kebetulan tadi kakak ada salah baca di sini. Saya mumpung sekalian ingat sedikit menjelaskan. Tadi, jadi kalimatnya apa ya? Oh ya, does she drink water every day? Nah, ini pertanyaan seperti ini. Artinya adalah apakah dia minum air setiap hari? Apakah boleh jika does yang di depan ini diubah menjadi doesn't? Jawabannya adalah boleh. Tapi maknanya menjadi berbeda. Doesn't itu singkatan dari does not ya.
Ya, dah.
Doesn't she drink water every day? Artinya menjadi bukankah dia minum air setiap hari? Kalau yang pertama ini menanyakan, kalau yang kedua ini mengkonfirmasi. Menanyakan,
Oke.
yang ini mengkonfirmasi. Jadi boleh ya. Kemudian kalau yang WH question gimana? Sama. What does she drink every day? Bentar, yang ini yang boleh deh. Why do you eat dinner every night? Sorry. Nih. Kalau yang ini kan kenapa dia makan malam setiap malam? Ini pertanyaan juga aneh banget. Makan malam ya pasti di malam. Kalau why don't, boleh nggak? Boleh. Tapi artinya jadi lain. Kenapa kamu tidak makan malam setiap malam? Jadi pertanyaannya beda. Tapi boleh ditambahin not. Gitu. Okay, let's continue with the nominal sentence. Hey, nominal sentence. What is the rule of nominal sentence?
The rule for nominal sentence is if the sentence have the predicate ina, auxiliary verb.
Yeah, Ana. Okay, that's correct. Nominal sentence is when the sentence use a non-verb, a non-verb, or we call it an auxiliary verb, and followed by ana, adverb, noun, adjective. This is the formula. For positive sentence, we use subject plus be plus ana. What is be? Apa itu be? Be adalah auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb means kata kerja bantu. Auxiliary itu artinya bantu. Apa itu auxiliary verb? Ini yang di bawah. Is, are, am. Itu adalah auxiliary verb. Gampang ya, dari panjang-panjang kita nyebutnya non-verb. Dah, non-verb. Nah, non-verb itu, there are 3 non-verb. Is, am, are. For simple present tense. Kalau untuk tenses yang lain nanti ada lagi, beda lagi. Untuk simple present tense, there are 3. Am for subject I, are for subject you, they, we, or plural nouns, is for subject he, she, it, or singular noun. Itu. Lalu, untuk belakangnya harus diikuti oleh A&A. Adjective, noun, adverb. Tiga-tiganya gimana? Boleh. Pakai 2 gimana? Boleh. Pakai 1 gimana? Boleh. Asalkan minimal 1. Misalkan, she is a doctor. Boleh. Doctor adalah sebuah noun. Tapi kalau mau ditambahkan, she is a patient doctor. Dia adalah dokter yang sabar. Patient adalah adjective, kata sifat. Jadi kita pakai kata sifat dan kata benda. Boleh apa enggak? Boleh. Tapi you have to remember the word order. The word order. What is the word order? Susunan kata. If you want to make a phrase, do you remember what is phrase?
Phrase. I don't remember.
Okay, that's fine. Yang ini, Kak. Kemarin kalau di PPT itu tulisannya adalah kalau man itu kan noun. Kalau handsome man itu adalah adjective plus noun. Sorry. Adjective plus noun. Nah, inilah yang dikatakan sebagai phrase. Alias dia lebih dari satu kata. Nah, itu adalah phrase. Kalau misalkan mau digabung semuanya, adverb, adjective, and noun. Boleh, misalkan wait, let me find the example. Adverb, adjective, noun, example. Incredibly fast car. Incredibly adalah adverb. Incredibly itu artinya luar biasa. Yaitu kata keterangan, adverb. Karena belakangnya ingat ya ada kata ly yang belakangnya ada l, ya, itu adalah adverb. Fast, adjective. Car, noun. Jadi susunannya selalu seperti ini. Adverbnya duluan, lalu adjective, dan yang terakhir noun. Dia kebalik sama bahasa Indonesia. Kalau bahasa Indonesia mobilnya disebutkan duluan, tapi kalau bahasa Inggris mobilnya diletakkan di belakang. Nah, ini juga termasuk phrase, karena dia gabungan dari beberapa kata. Nah, sekarang kita balik ke sini. Untuk membuat kalimat simple present tense nominal, we have to use subject plus be plus a and e. And then for the negative one, subject plus be plus not plus a and e. Yes or no question, be plus subject plus a and e. Look at this one. The subject is always in the middle. So the rule is the same like the verbal sentence, right? Subject is always in the middle. And the formula to answer this question is also the same. If you are asked, are you an engineer? You can answer with yes, I am, or no, I am not. So the formula is always the same. Yes plus subject plus be. Atau yes plus subject plus do atau does. Gitu. And then WH question. For WH question, oh ya saya lupa satu lagi. WH question itu sebetulnya adalah kopas dari yes or no question. It's actually just copy paste from yes or no question, but it is begin with WH. So if the question is, are you an engineer? You can start it with, why are you an engineer, like that. Or you can say, where are you an engineer? Which means, yeah, where do you work? Just like that. Okay, so let's make an example. Give me any random nominal sentence, please. Kasih satu kalimat nominal, bebas apa aja, Kak.
For positive, he is a mechanic.
Okay, boleh. He is a mechanic. Mechanic itu noun. And then for the negative one?
He is not a mechanic.
Okay. Yes or no question?
Is he a mechanic?
Okay. Pakainya ya, Kak, bukan an. Karena mechanic start with M.
M, okay.
Bukan vowel sound, bukan huruf hidup. For WH question?
Why is he a mechanic?
Okay, good job. Ya, gitu cara bikin nominal sentence. Tapi itu kebetulan lagi gampang ya, karena cuman pakai noun aja. Tapi nanti kalau dipakai phrase, nah itu yang harus sedikit hati-hati. And this is the example. The example is easier than yours. Please read from here to here.
Okay. She is very patient. She is not very patient. Is she very patient? Why is she very patient?
Okay, good. That's all for the lesson today. Now we want to use 30 minutes left for practice. Do you know Kahoot quiz? Apakah kakak tahu Kahoot, kuis Kahoot yang pencet-pencet ABC itu?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's
Yeah.
play it right now. I will provide you a Kahoot quiz. Wait for a moment. You can prepare your phone and scan the QR code while it is when it is available on your screen. Sebentar, saya bukakan dulu. You can try to review the lesson before we start the quiz. The quiz is all about simple present tense, like when to use S, E, S, or I, E, S, and then how do you ask with yes or no question in a verbal sentence, and yeah, something like that. Okay, so here is the quiz. Let me remind you about how this quiz works. So, for Kahoot quiz, after you join to the game, you have to look at the question on the screen. I will show this question on the screen, as well as the answer with the color. And then each answer has its color. If you already decide a color, you can pick the color on your phone. So you cannot see the question or the answer on your phone. Everything is on the screen. Your phone is only for clicking which one is the answer. Every question has time limit, of course, because it's a quiz. The time limit is 20 seconds. And if you get wrong, yeah, 0 score for that question. But the faster you answer it, the higher your score.
Okay.
Okay,
I try to scan.
this one. Okay, let's start it. Okay, that's really fast. Bagus, cepat banget. Saya nggak nyangka secepat itu. Number 2. My father and I blah 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 coffee every day. Okay, that's great. My father and I, so more than one person.
More than one.
True. Number 3. We play football on Sundays. Number 4. The son. Okay, why do you answer rice?
I try to pick the triangular, but I don't know the circle I pick.
Oh, okay. But you know why the answer is rices, right? Tapi tahu kan kenapa jawabannya yang rices, Kak, bukan yang rice?
Because the end of the word is A. No.
Okay, no.
No.
Because ada beberapa alasan. Kenapa jawabannya yang rices bukan yang rice? yang ada penambahan S di belakang verbnya. Ada dua alasan. Yang pertama, ini adalah general statement, pernyataan umum. Ya, semua orang tahu bahwa matahari terbit dari timur. Itu adalah sebuah fakta. Sehingga kita pakainya rises. Yang kedua adalah the sun. How many sun we have in our galaxy?
Only one.
Only one. The one and only sun. We only have one sun. So that's a singular noun. And if you use singular noun, you have to put SES behind the
Yes,
verb.
yeah.
Like that. Okay.
Okay.
That's fine. Number 5. Okay, that's good. We study English at school. Number 6. Okay, cries. That's correct. Number 7. Cooks very well. That's great. Number 8. I blah 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 in Yogyakarta. Live in Yogyakarta. That's great. Number 9. True or false? A cat drinks milk. Okay. What? Why? Do you know what is the reason? Why is it false instead of true? Apakah tahu alasannya kenapa pernyataan ini salah dibandingkan betul? Atau salah pencet?
Enggak. Saya pikir a cat singular noun. Sehingga ditambahkan S.
Okay. A cat drinks milk. Coba diterjemahkan ke bahasa Indonesia artinya?
Ekor kucing meminum susu.
Okay. Verbal sentence or nominal sentence?
Verbal sentence. Verbal.
Okay.
Verbal.
Ya, betul, verbal. Karena
Iya.
ada minum kan, minum kegiatan. Nah, sekarang saya tanya, untuk rumusnya verbal sentence positif bagaimana?
Subjek, predikat, objek.
No, this one, Kak.
Nah.
Yang ini. This one. Yang ini. Subject
Subjek.
plus
Subjek.
verb 1 SES. Udah ya, ini ya positifnya.
Yeah.
Lalu kita lihat ke yang tadi ini. Kira-kira ada yang janggal nggak dari sini? Ada ketambahan sesuatu yang janggal gitu nggak?
To be.
Ya, betul. Ngapain ada to be di verbal sentence? To be ini harusnya adanya di
nominal.
Gimana?
Nominal
Iya,
sentence.
betul, nominal. Jadi dia salah karena ada is. Seharusnya bagaimana yang betul?
A cat drinks milk.
A cat.
Yeah, a cat drinks milk.
Ya, gitu. Oke, good job. Seperti itu ya penjelasannya untuk yang ini. Lanjut untuk pertanyaan yang terakhir. Number 10.
Tom and Jerry are best friend.
Oke, betul ya. Ini nominal atau verbal?
Nominal.
Yep. Subject?
Subject.
To be?
To be. Adjective noun.
Best friends. No, best friend is actually only wait. Oh iya betul. Adjective plus noun, best friends. Phrase. Oke, Betul seperti itu. Sekarang untuk kuisnya sudah selesai, ini cuma 10 pertanyaan sih. Sekarang kita lanjut untuk exercise berikutnya yang ada di sini. Nah, exercise-nya yang hari ini adalah mistake correction. Memperbaiki kesalahan. Find and correct the mistake. So for example, I no like cold weather. Saya tidak suka udara dingin. Nah, ini adalah struktur kalimat yang salah. Silahkan perhatikan untuk yang di verbal sentence, negatif itu adalah subject plus do atau does, not plus verb one. Oke, rumusnya seperti ini. Nah, jadi bentuk yang tadi, yang ini, jika diperbaiki akan menjadi I do not like cold weather. Nomor 1 sampai 10, silahkan dicoba-coba dulu 5 menit, kalau nggak selesai nggak apa-apa, sambil diresap-resapi untuk yang formulanya. Setelah itu, let's discuss the key answer for each question.
Okay.
In the meantime, you can also check the formula here if you want to take a screenshot or take a picture to help you do the exercise. Yang ini yang untuk verbal, yang ini untuk yang nominal. Cara ngerjainnya gimana? Caranya adalah lihat kalimatnya, kemudian define if it's a verbal sentence or a nominal sentence. And later, determine if that's positive question or negative sentence. After that, look at the formula. And after you look at the formula, try to restructure the sentence here to the correct form. Is that clear?
Clear.
Okay. Please come back at 9, yeah, maybe 9:53 or 9:54 is fine for me.
Okay.
5 minutes later. That's okay if you don't finish all of them. Just try to do some of them.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
discuss the... Okay, sorry, I haven't turned on my microphone. Time's up. Now let's discuss the key answer. So, what is your answer for number 1?
Number 1, students at this school. I add as after student.
Oke, apakah yang pakai koma di atas atau langsung?
Langsung.
Students gitu.
Iya.
Oke, nggak apa-apa. Student at this school. Ini verbal atau nominal, Kak, kira-kira?
Nominal.
Nominal. Nah, untuk nominal itu rumusnya adalah subjek plus
Subject
be plus atas.
B.
Kira-kira ini kurang apa? Subjeknya kan student.
B.
Ya, student itu
Ya.
satu orang. Kalau students baru banyak orang. Kalau satu orang pakai be-nya?
Student satu orang pakai B-nya
Is, M, atau are?
is.
Is. Lalu ANA-nya yang at the school. At the school ini termasuk yang mana? Adverb, noun, atau adjective?
School noun at adverb.
Ya, adverb of place ya. Keterangan tempat.
Ya.
Oke, betul. Lalu sekarang nomor 2. Nomor 2 is verbal or nominal?
Verbal.
Ya, betul, verbal. Rumusnya verb. Ini kalimat positif atau negatif atau pertanyaan?
Negatif.
Negatif. Rumusnya yang negatif adalah subject plus do atau does plus do does not verb 1. Ini ya. Nah, sekarang kita susun satu persatu. I know living at home right now. Subjeknya apa?
I do not. I do not live at home right now.
Bacanya live kan?
Oh iya, live at home right now.
Good job. Ya, gitu. Kalau saya kasih strukturnya di sini gampang ya jadinya. Tinggal nyesuaiin sama strukturnya. Kalau yang ini bacanya live, kalau yang ini bacanya live.
Live. Okay.
Okay. Number 3. Now I don't give you the structure. I be living in the city. Verbal or nominal?
I be nominal.
Nominal. What is the meaning of this sentence?
Sorry. Living verbal.
Verbal. That's correct. So, how do you transform it into the correct form? Bagaimana cara mengubah ke bentuk yang benar?
I live in the city.
Yes, that's correct. Gitu, betul. Number 4.
Verbal.
Ya, lalu?
I study English.
Good. I study English. Kenapa yang M-nya dihilangkan, Kak?
Karena bukan nominal. Tidak
Yap.
perlu be.
Ini adalah alasan yang sama tadi yang a cat is drinks milk gitu.
Oh, oke.
Yang number 5.
Negatif verbal. Negatif
Verbal,
verbal.
betul.
Negatif verbal. I do not know my teacher's name.
Good job. Let's continue with number 6. Nah, untuk yang number 6 ini agak berbeda ya. Kalau yang number 6 ini boleh diotak-atik, diubah-ubah. Supply name ini please put my name, Miss Aurel, like that.
Miss Aurel is teacher our English class.
Ingat-ingat untuk urutan word order. Word ordernya yang ini. Yang ini. English itu termasuk apa?
English Ana adverb first.
Ya, that's it. Maka Englishnya harus ditaruh di
Belakang.
depan.
Di depan.
Depan dong, adverb.
Oh ya.
Depan ya harusnya. Jadi dibalik Miss Aurel is our English class teacher. Adalah guru bahasa Inggris kelas kami. Gitu. Number 7. Apa yang salah dari ini?
Ntar saya lihat rumusnya dulu.
Oke.
Kurang S.
Di?
Setelah expect.
Yep, that's it. She expects us to be in class on time. Dia berharap kami datang ke kelas tepat waktu. Number 8. We always are coming to class on time. We always are coming. Is that correct or not?
Not correct. No need are. We always coming to class on time.
Coming is verb plus ing. What about the verb?
Come.
Come.
We always come to class on time.
Okay, good. Number 9.
Where does he going to school? Kelebihan 1 ya. Does he
betul.
going to school?
Terus
Does
going.
Omar going? Oh, oke. Go to school. Oke.
Ya. Jadi gimana susunannya?
Does he go to school?
Ya, boleh. Atau does Omar go to school juga
Does
nggak
Omar
apa-apa.
go to school ya.
Subjeknya double ke double. Number 10.
To school. Tom don't go to school.
No, incorrect. Dikit lagi salahnya. Ini rumusnya. Subject plus do atau does plus not plus verb 1. Tom pakai do atau pakai does?
Tom pakai does.
Ya, itu. Jadi
Tom not goes to school.
no. Look at the formula here.
Tom does not go to school.
Correct. Tom does not go to school. That's it. Okay, now we'll finish this exercise really well. And actually, we have another exercise, but I will leave it as homework for you. And tomorrow, tomorrow we will discuss the key answer for this exercise. Actually, the directions is the same from this one. Correct the errors, but for this one, it is in paragraph. Ini di dalam paragraf, jadi nggak semuanya salah. Ada yang salah, ada yang betul. Nanti besok kita bahas bersama-sama bagian mana yang salah. Seperti itu.
Baik.
Is there anything that you want to ask before we end this meeting?
No, enough for today.
Okay, thank you so much for coming, Kak Joko, and see you tomorrow. Good evening. Have a nice
Okay,
rest.
thank you.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow.
See you.